Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing another makeup transformation on my beautiful model friend Shanice. I'm not going to do too much talking in this video. I will be in and out, but I just obviously wanted to say hello and welcome. If it's your first time here, please be sure to subscribe if you enjoy, join the family, and also hit the notification bell. And if you're not new here, thank you for watching today's video. It's a bit of a long one, so please get yourself a cup of tea, a glass of wine, whatever you fancy, and like I hopefully hope that you enjoy the video. So I am starting off with her brows, and I am using the Kat Von D Signature Brow Precision pencils. I absolutely love these pencils, and I'm using them in two shades. I used the shade Graphite to outline her brows, and I filled in her brows with the shade Dark Brown. She already has quite full brows anyways, so I'm just going into like just filling the sparse areas really, and to give the brow a bit of definition, because I wanted the brows to be quite bold and quite sharp. So to clean up her brows, I'm using my Makeup Revolution full coverage concealers, and I use the shade 12.5 for the arch of the brow and the outer third of the brow, and then for the inner third of the brow closer to the nose, I use the shade 13, which was a lot closer to her actual skin tone color. And for the brush I just used a flat concealer brush off a set I got from eBay, I believe, a long time ago. And then for the top of her brow, I also used the shade C13, again because it was a lot closer to her natural skin tone color. So once I've finished applying all of that concealer, I'm just going in with the slightly dense buffing brush, again from my eBay set, and just blending out all of that concealer like right into the skin. So to prep her eyes for the eyeshadow, I'm using my P. Louise base in the shades 05 and 02. I don't really have any particular reason why I mix them both. I think I do that. Well, I actually do that because I just need to use up the products. So I just mix them both, because otherwise they will just be sitting in my drawers forever. So again, using the same eBay blending brush, I'm just really pressing that product into the eyes, smoothing out the base and getting it ready for eyeshadow. So I revisited my Zuri Cosmetics eyeshadow palette for this look with the beautiful Shanice. I have a review on this palette. It was up on my channel. I will link it so that you can check it out if you want to. But otherwise, I started off with the purple color in that palette. I'm not sure what the name is. I do apologize, guys. And I don't have the palette here with me, but I started using that color first, and I'm just packing that into the crease of her eyes. And as you can see, I'm just tapping that color in because I want the pigmentation. And then I go in with the shade Papaya, and I'm using a slightly tapered blending brush this time around. And I first of all pack that papaya color in the crease on top of the purple color. And once I have her whole crease covered with the shade Papaya, then I use the same brush and I start to blend the two colors into each other and Papaya into her crease. There is a lot of blending involved in this look. It is important, like blending is a major key with all of your looks. It just makes you look absolutely beautiful to look at, and nobody appreciates harsh lines. So I will be alternating between the brush that I applied the purple shade with and the brush I applied the shade Papaya with, again because I really want a seamless blend between the two colors. So I'm switching brushes and just really blending out those two colors. So then I went in to cut her crease in a spotlight fashion using my P. Louise base again. So just right in the center of the eye is where I want sort of a cut crease look to be at, because we're doing like a spotlight cut crease kind of look. And then once I cut it, I'm just going in with a dry brush and just taking off the excess base off of the spotlight cut crease, because we don't want it to be too tacky. Then I go in with the brush I applied the purple shade with, and I'm blending the purple shade into the outer and the inner corners of her eyes first, because that is where the depth would be with the whole look. And I'm just really packing on the color and blending in at the same time, using the very same brush that I had previously used. So for the center of the lid, I used a pigment from Makeup Addiction Cosmetics, and it's the blue pigment called Ink Jet. I really like this pigment. It's really pigmented, and it's so soft, and it's just really amazing. So I'm using a flat sort of like a not foundation, sorry, a flat eyeshadow brush, and the one I'm using is from Elf, and I'm just using that to just really pack on that pigment onto the whole center of the eye where we applied the base. So for extra shimmer to the look, I went in with that Barry M holographic eyeshadow topper using my fingers, and I'm just applying that to the center, to the very center of the eye look. So to start off her skin, I'm going in with my Embryolisse cream concentrate, and I am applying that to moisturize and to sort of start the priming process. I like to do that with a brush, and then on top of that, I'm using the MAC Prep and Prime Skin Based Visage, and I like to use my hands with this one because I find I'm able to press it in better into the skin. So I apply all over first and then work the product in with my fingers. So for foundation, I use the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation in the shade Deep Neutral 78, which is her actual color. And I start off using a brush. I love using this Real Technique brush to apply my foundation. So I go in with the brush first, pressing the foundation into the skin. I don't like to swirl, I don't like to swipe, I like to tap in. So I will go in with the brush first, and then once I have the whole face covered, then I will switch over to my sponge. And my sponge of choice is my Real Techniques Miracle Sponge. I haven't used a beauty blender before or any other sponge really. I really like the Real Techniques one. So I go all over the face, and I do this because the sponge just soaks up any extra foundation that I have sitting on the skin, and it just finesses whatever I've done with the brush. So to highlight her face, I'm using the Makeup Revolution Full Coverage Concealer, and I use the shade 12.5 for her. So I'm applying all over first with a brush, and then I will go in with the Real Techniques sponge and completely blend that into her skin. I also like to alternate between my sponge and my foundation brush when I blend out my concealers, but you will see me do that in the video. So to set all of the highlight concealed areas, I'm going to go in with the Sacha Buttercup setting powder. I love this powder. I've used it all year long, but I am now in the market for new setting powders. So if you know any amazing setting powders that I can try out, do let me know. I do like the one from Huda. I only have one shade of that one at the moment. I bought the translucent one and I really like it. I use that on myself. And then I bought another one from a company called Marina Beauté. I'm yet to try that one out, but I heard amazing things about it, so I bought that one. So yeah, do let me know of any other amazing setting powders that are absolutely what my coins. I'm looking to expand. So for her contour, I used my Sleek Contour Kit in the shade Medium. It's a powder contour kit. I prefer to use powder contour kits more so than cream contouring. I just find cream contouring to be a bit long these days. Unless I'm going for an absolutely snatch look, then I will cream contour. But otherwise, powder contour I think is the way to go. So after defining her cheeks with some translucent powder, I'm going in with the B Matte bronzer to just add some warmth to her cheekbone areas or her cheek area. I just wanted to warm up her face a little bit more. And then reaching into my Ben Nye powder palette, I'm using those two shades as her face setting powder. So I dust off the translucent powder and the excess setting powder under the eyes using those powders. And I just go all over her face to set and lock in her base completely. And I'm using my foundation brush to do that. I find I've been enjoying doing this a lot more lately. The face ends up looking a lot less powdery because you still have the moisture from the foundation in the brush, and it just helps you to press that powder in really good. So to smoke out her bottom lash line area, I went in with the colors that I used in the crease along the bottom lash line area. Shanice has very sensitive eyes, so I couldn't line her waterline area. So we just opted to smoke out the lower lash line area and applied some mascara and all of that good stuff. So that's all I'm doing there. And I also went in with a little bit of black on the lower lash line just to add some depth to the eyes. And then for the glow, I used the Black Up Jenny Jenkins highlighter palette collaboration kit in 01. And I'm using one of my Morphe, I think it's the Morphe M510 brush, to apply the highlight and just bring some glow to her face. So to finish off her look, for her lips, I'm going in with my MAC Chestnut Lip Liner to line the lips. And for the actual lipstick, I used the Bella Pierre Kiss Proof Lip Cream in the shade Incognito, and sprayed her face with some Morphe setting spray. And that completed the look. I hope that you enjoyed, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
So I'm Shanice, 26. Call me. So single.